Like, he already knew the deal. Like, I didn't give a fuck, so there was no point in talking to me, right? And I wouldn't have listened anyway if he told me shit anyway. I've gotten let go from places because I didn't give a fuck and I had no respect for the authority or the fucking time. You know what I mean? You're fucking with people's time and people's money. So maybe you need to straighten your shit out and fucking get with the business, bro. Because when you're not on time and you're fucking with people, that shit don't fly, all right? Get your shit together.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Cerbavelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy, Mr. Nine Times. Yeah, man, today's mathematics is knowledge and understanding, all being born to culture freedom. So we must use our God-given knowledge and understanding to bring upon freedom to our people, because to not have knowledge and understanding is to be mentally enslaved. Peace. Before we get into the drip check, man, I want to shout out to Dub. He gave me the Zapdos EX promo card. I don't fucking know why, but he gave it to me. Even though I don't collect Pokemon cards anymore, I've spent like way too much on Pokemon cards. I feel like, and I don't even, do shit with them. I just like collect them. And Pokemon cards is a fucking rabbit hole, bro. These fucking dickheads want you to buy like fiend buy. Like, it's literally crack. Pokemon cards is the new crack right now, because they want you to keep buying and buying and buying, because you're not even gonna get. Because I think the way it's set up is like, let's just say you get like every pack comes with like a uncommon or maybe a rare, but like the ultra rare shits you're not even gonna get, and like the super rare shits you're not even gonna get. So if you keep opening packs, you're probably not even gonna get the whole set. Like, I think I forgot what deck I was collecting. It might have been man, there was like one deck where I was trying to get every single one because the cards were very affordable. Man, if I were to look at all the packs, this is somewhere like, I want to say it's not too old of a pack, but it's a few years ago now, and I'm totally blanking out. But as soon as they started like just introducing more and more and more packs, I said, man, get the fuck out of here with this shit, bro, because it's just a rabbit hole. Like, what started happening was people were hawking people hawk the cards now. And they spike the fucking prices, and the resale value is insane. Like, if you thought the sneaker game, if you thought the sneaker market was insane, the Pokemon card resale market is wicked as fuck, bro. Me and Dub were kicking it, and he was saying how, like, people who were sneakerheads, like, the game fucked up for sneakerheads, he was saying, and people in like the sneaker game are coming over to Pokemon cards and just buying them all out or opening packs or whatever. And I told him it's been that way. People, I guess, fall back in love with the nostalgic things in their like childhood or their younger life or whatever. These new YouTubers that come out, become famous overnight every day or whatever the fuck. Then they get the money to open packs, and it drives the market up. People aren't doing that with like the sneaker game, and I don't know what he meant by like the sneaker game is fucked up. It's really not. I feel like it just depends on the shoe, and what's even more crazy is shoes that I don't even think are shoes that I don't think are gonna sell out, they do sell out. Like I think today, it's May 13th, so the all silver Air Max TL 2.5 came out. Those shoes came out, and I'm thinking because you could still get the Jordan 1 UNC, the University Blue one shoes. I could still get them in my size, but the TL 2.5, the silver ones, are like available from like sizes like 2 to 7, let's just say. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, where did some shoes are just like ridiculously hyped up, I guess, and people resell them. With the TL 2.5, they have like something like a 97 air bubble. I mean, really nice shoes. It's just for me, anything with all silver looks too fucking 5-year-old, you know what I mean? Too sketchery. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, that's not something that I'm too interested in. So with the Pokemon cards, man, I wish I remembered what the name of the pack, but I know Shining Fates and Hidden Fates were packs that I like collecting, even though they were $20 a piece, which I don't know how. I've been out the game for years now, so I don't know where that's at. What else is there? Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, the 25 anniversary, which is crazy because they're gonna do the 30th. I don't know if they've already started or it's gonna come out, but yeah, just like they keep coming out. So to balance the market, they just keep pumping decks out versus when I was collecting, I want to say only like maybe 3 decks would come out a year or something like that, maybe like one every like 4 months. It seems like they're coming out with a new deck every fucking month or something now, which is crazy because I know for a fact I have at least 5 different decks from when I was collecting Pokemon cards, and they were all from like the same year or some shit like that. And that's ridiculous, because I know I have all the commons and none of like the rares or the ultra rares or any shit like that. I think the only deck I had close to getting the whole shit maybe was the 25 year, because if I'm not mistaken, the 25 year had the least amount of cards in the deck. If I may be wrong, I don't know. But and then the gold ones too. I think that was no. The only gold card I had was the Mew, which came out of the 25th one. That's like the only, like, my most prized possession, and I think you could get that now for like not even that much money or whatever, But that's another thing too. People, like, it becomes like a status, like, oh, I have a $100 card, $200 card. It's like, dude, this shit is a piece of plastic with artwork printed on the motherfucker. Coming from the guy that, spends good money on fucking shoes and shit. But guess what? Like, these are actually like a work of art I could wear and go out and take with them. What are you going to do with a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Put them in a binder and walk around like fucking, you're trying to sell some sort of fucking church or something? Like, really, Pokemon cards. And this is the thing too, like with Pokemon, they do a good job of like involving your family and community, and I appreciate that. Like, oh, let me trade like 10 common cards for, let's just say, somebody who has like an uncommon or a rare. Like, no one's gonna do that, but I'm just saying it becomes like I'll trade it. And Pokemon Go is the same way. Like, I had like 56 Mewtwo's, and I traded one that I had for something that I don't have in my Pokédex right now. And this is like nerd alert, but ultimately that's what it is with the cards, is you have something that someone else doesn't have and you trade for it. And to me, that's fair. I don't like trading things that I have for something like I have that I know most people don't have for something that I have already. Like, Dub is over here, he's over here like shit talking me about not wanting to trade him certain Pokemon that I have, even though I may have like 1 or 2 of them or something like that. Oh, well, this guy, he'll let me trade it and all that shit. And I'm just like, so what? You know what I mean? And like, that's his shit. Fucking, when I was playing Pokemon Go and I didn't have friends and shit like that, I didn't have nobody that wanted to trade me for shit and all that shit. Not to be like, you know, punk them and be like, oh, this is how it was for me, so this is how it is for you. I'm just saying, like, when I was doing it, it's like fucking, I didn't get a chance to do any of this shit. It was very like sacred. Like, nobody's just gonna hand you a fucking Mewtwo if you don't have one. Like, are you crazy? If you're not gonna merit trade, like, you better have something someone else doesn't have. And you know, it's just nerd talk. So I think with Pokemon cards, I think it's getting ridiculous. People need to chill the fuck out because people have been like shot, stabbed, beat up over this. People will run in and take all the Pokemon cards. I'll never forget when I just started getting Pokemon cards, and I think at Target, let's just say like when they open on Fridays, they would get them restocked. I remember there was one single pack of Pokemon cards hanging on the whole wall. The whole wall's empty. There's one pack of Pokemon cards, and I'm just looking at it, right? I'm just looking at this shit. And I want to say it was either a pack that, you know, I had already or whatever. Like, I wasn't because if I was pressed about it, and I remember like walking fast to like go see if there are any Pokemon cards. I remember just looking at it, right? And somebody went up there, snatched the shit, and just started walking away, like fucking, you know, looking back, like. And I'm just like, dude, it's not that fucking serious. Like, okay, big deal. Literally, somebody, where the fuck was I? Oh, I was at Target too, and there was I had bought the last like 3 packs of cards that they had there. I had fucking bought the cards, went to my car and put the cards in my car. I forgot to lock my door because at that time I didn't have one of those manual things where, you know, you press the battery and it locked the car. Like, you had to manually lock the car, and I forgot. And so I forgot why I went back to fucking Target. But and this is me shouting out Target. Fuck you, Target, over here making your fucking whatever stores and shit, not like how it was before. Remember when Target used to have like popcorn and neon signs and shit like that? You kids is missing out today, bruh. Because now Target just looks like a fucking glorified Costco with all their fucking bullshit, depressed ass employees that just look like they want to jump off the roof of a fucking building and shit. So I go into Target, I come back, somebody stole the cards out of my car. Didn't bother looking in the glove compartment or fucking whatever. You know, they could have had, I mean, I didn't have anything valuable at the time. I probably, you know, that was when I was still smoking weed, so I probably had the bong in the car and fucking whatever else. You know, maybe some weed, but just somebody probably watched me buy the pack of cards, went to my car, made sure that I left, and then took the cards out of my car. And I said, wow, that's fucking insane, bro. Y'all can suck my dick, bro. So that's kind of like, with the whole Pokemon cards thing, I think people just need to chill the fuck out, bro. Like, it's not that serious. And it turns you off because shit like that, it's like, okay, if I'm going to get burglarized and shit, like if I have to keep the Swammy on me to buy a pack of plastic, yeah, I'd rather not do it. Somebody's gonna get shot. You know what I mean? And it's just not even worth it, bro. Like I feel like I'll shoot somebody over somebody having the audacity to try to stick me up than the actual stick up itself. You know what I mean? Like, I got more in my wallet than what this shit is worth, but because people have this fucking rat thing in their brains where if they don't get cards for 6-year-old fucking children, they'll do anything for it. Is blowing my mind. It's blowing my fucking mind, guys. And we're finally gonna get to the drip check portion of the show. So I have these silver and blue Osmelons. These are, let me just shout out Osmelons right here. One of the most comfortable shoes, and this is not an ad, but shout out to Adidas. One of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. I completely forgot that these have like the mesh. I hate mesh runners solely, but these have like obviously leather. They're like leather and mesh which I think is a good, it's like mesh, but then the fucking if you could call this leather or canvas, or I don't know, I kind of don't know my materials all there, but fantastic shoe, fantastic colorways. The fucking soles are really thick. You know what I mean? If you're a short guy out there and you're very insecure, these are your go-to guys right here. These are at about 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches on the heel for some of my fucking insecure midget men out there. Pause. Osmillans, I'll say, are top 3 comfortable shoes of all time. If I want to name my top 3 off the top, Air Monarchs, Nike, Defy All Days, Osmillans for sure. They're not nothing wide, you know what I mean? But they just seem to fit really well. At least for me, they fit really well. Right out the box, they're comfortable. There's none of this fucking break-in period bullshit that people complain about or whatever. Like, oh, these are so comfortable, you just need to break them in. And it's like, yeah, like how can you, like, you can't break pussy in, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, it should be out the panties. It should be some fire shit. You can't. That's how I feel about with shoes, you know what I mean? Why should something have like a break-in period? If you got to break in anything to enjoy it, I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of theory that is, you know what I mean? So I'll say Osmillans, top 3 comfortable shoes of all time. And I probably shouldn't kind of shout them out, but no one's gonna wear them anyway. All these people are still on Jordan 1s and 4s and all that shit, which is fine. I'm on the same shit too, but my whole deal is, like I said, comfortably fly. But a lot of people are just in a hype beast shit. You could, just like me, you could be in a hype beast shit too. You know, I went for the bricks, took an L. I went for the pink foams, took an L. The way I like feed my hunger is by like buying shit that I know I'm gonna really like, and if I don't get the shit I want, that's fine, because there's always these babies that are the bottom bitches, the bottom bitch sneakers, right? Fire. Khakis, LMS, Snake Imperial T, Columbia Shades, the classics, the pink underbill on the Dodgers, blue fitted, and I think, like, I didn't think tan would look good with blue, but here I am, like, you know what I mean? That just fire. I think it's super fire. Like, this is another fit on, like, I'm very proud of, you know what I mean? Like, putting that shit on, putting this shit together, because I'm really like starting to understand better my the palette of fits that I like to put together. I have like a pink fit that I'm trying to cook up, but check this out, bro. I have like a salmon snapback. I don't know if anybody's ever seen me wear it. I've worn it one episode, but it's forgot what it's called, but it's the turquoise Oreos logo on the salmon pink. I have like a pink, like a Pepto-Bismol bubblegum pink shirt that I have yet to get printed. I don't know what. I'll probably just wear that with, black shorts or basketball shorts or something. And I have the peach 9060s, and I fucking didn't even bring any of my New Balances out that I bought the other week or something like that to wear. But the New Balance store is gonna open soon at the Mills, so I'm definitely gonna check that out, see what's going on. Actually, let me check it out, because I think the last week when I went there, they weren't open yet, but I know they closed the store that they had. They closed it already on the 1st. So let me see. New Balance. Fuck. New Balance store. Site, no, store. The store, yes. Bro, what the fuck? They got 2002 R's right now at Foot Locker for $90. What? These are fire. Bruh. Fire. Is it there? Let me see. I think it's open already. No. This is the factory store. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I think they need to update it, because I'm pretty sure they're closed. Let me see. This is definitely not the Mills. I think they just try to switch their shit. I think they are open. So anyway, I'll probably review the shit next week because I'm super big in a New Balance right now, just because like, it goes back to, you know, being comfortable. I want to say 9060s are up there, but 9060s might be in the running to be one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. I have to wear them more. I think the 375s? I forgot what fucking number I rocked last episode, but those are comfortable as fuck too. Yeah, just great fits all around and shit. Let's see, what do I have to talk about sneakers, man? The white cement 4s are dropping at the end of the month. I'm gonna try to hit on them. They also have the Paul Rodriguez, the SB Zoom Airs. I'll probably take those, and I probably won't hit on the cement 4s. They have these Proto 92s that look really dope. I guess there's something like the DT Air Max or the DT 96s, or however you want to call them. These are cool. I already know these are gonna sell out too. They're cool, but just like black and white. I mean, they're a really nice shoe. I don't know how I feel about the one strap that goes across the shoe though. Never worn a pair like that. I don't know. The way I feel about these is the same way I feel about, like, you know, that fucking technology shit where they don't got laces, they're like wires, and you just spin the fucking clock on them shits and they tighten your shoes. It's kind of how I feel. Like, it's just weird. Let me see what. Psychic Blue and Black foam posits are coming out. Just for the record, I think foam posits are ugly as fuck. They look like, you know, ditzy fucking wizard shoes. I remember seeing people rock them shits, and I'm like, if anyone thinks these are cool, you fucking are out of your mind, bro. I really like this color. I wish they would put this color on other Jordans. I definitely would appreciate them more. But with this shit, bro, these just look like wonky fucking Cheeto, like space Cheetos to me, bro. For $230, you're smoking fucking fat dicks, bro. Pause. What else do we have? On the 22nd, Swarovski Crystals is doing a collaboration with Air Jordan. For $1,000, you can get bedazzled fucking Jordan 1 low tops. And the way I feel about it, hold on, let me get a good look at these bitches right here. Do they have like a super zoom? No, they don't, because I feel like you wouldn't be able to get a good look at it. I mean, okay, if you like bedazzled shit, but I feel like if you're older than, I feel like for women, it don't matter, right? No. Even if, I don't know. Even if you're a woman, because I don't want to discriminate nobody. If you're older than 12 and you like bedazzled shit, I think I should stay away from you, bro. Because ain't nothing fly about bedazzled since Ed Hardy and shit, like with the shirts and the jeans and the fucking little glittery things that dolphins are over here swimming around stapled on their fucking head because all these dickheads want to fucking throw away glitter and fucking crystals and bedazzled plastic that completely fuck the earth. You know what I mean? I think it's wild. There's like turtles over here that are suicidal because they have glitter swimming inside of their fucking esophagus from these dickheads that dump glitter into the ocean because they're getting rid of some shit and they don't know how to dump it, right? I don't know, bro. I think it's fucking ridiculous how some of the fashion shit out here is $1,000. What kind of crystals are these, bro? Are these crystal meth crystals? Or like fucking crystals that you can fucking pawn to buy a house with? Because $1,000 for Jordan 1s is ridiculous. I have one pair of Jordan 1s. Shout out to fucking Slick C. I bought the Jordan one, and I never wore them on camera. The Jordan 1 gray with the black thing on the fucking heel, high top. Red. I mean, red on the. It's like kind of like gray, white, and black with the red shit on the heel accent. Then I got from him black and yellow Thunder 4s. And I learned something from when I bought those sneakers, that I learned a valuable lesson. Number one, they were used sneakers. As a matter of fact, I forgot what song it was that Chicano Syndicate they did, but he's wearing them there. And I feel like if I wear them in a music video or anywhere else besides the podcast, I feel like people will be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I think it's funny, but regardless, he only wore them like one time. Like even now, like they're still in like really good condition. You know, it's not like they're cooked. Even the bottom of the fucking sole is still like, I just scrub them down and they're squeaky clean. You know what I mean? Pause. But I learned two valuable lessons. Number one, don't buy used sneakers. That's just my rule. I feel like just for the fucking sake of being fly, sneakers are not it at all. Like anything like New Balance, what do they have? Like the Restoration, or Nike has the fucking, Nike used to have Nike Refurbished and all that. That shit's not fly, bro. That shit is not fly at all. I feel like if you're buying used sneakers and you're not a refugee, it's like, what are you doing, bro? You're either being cheap, you don't know, or it's like you're a dumbass. You know what I mean? I'll never buy no fucking used sneakers ever again. And I would have bought way more shoes off of Slick, but I guess if you're looking for a discount, it's there. But in my opinion, I just feel like buying used sneakers is fucking trash, even if they're refurbished, you know? I get it. There's a business to be made out of it. A lot of people, they just clean sneakers up for a living, and they make money and making beat up cooked sneakers new. But to me, once they're cooked, they're cooked. Like the Air Monarchs, I stomped hundreds of miles through them, and they don't even feel new. And I've only had them since like November, so for like 6 months, and now I've been wearing my 6000s, and I'm thinking about throwing my Monarchs away, but I think I'm gonna keep them in my garage or something, just in case I need to like paint or something, or I just need sneakers to do like maybe like work around the house or something like that, like just beaters, you know what I mean, that I don't mind getting dirty because I clean. What did I do? I recycled today, and I got my P6000s. Like they're just cooked from the bottom. There's nothing I can do with those. Like, and first of all, Nike P6000s, they're very comfortable. They're shoes I feel like I could stand for hours on, but it's just like, I just don't like the way they make my feet look. And FILA, we need to have a conversation, FILA. I'm about to throw all my FILA fucking shoes to fucking the Goodwill, because there's so many FILAs that I feel like they copied from Nike. Whether that be, I think I spoke on this before, but quarters look like Dunks. I forgot who said the Apex Ray Tracer Apexes look like Huaraches. They don't. I think that was my cousin's husband or whatever like that. He don't know shit either. He's a fucking little kid. But what is it? I just fucking blanked out right now. Yeah, but Air Max 95s came out 95. 96, they come out with FILA Disruptors. You know what I mean? We've been through this shit before. But FILA has some shit called like Workplace Ones or some shit like Work Something Twos or some shit like that, all black. Literally, they're exactly like Nike P6000s. Let me look at the year Nike P6000s came out, because I'll tell you exactly right the fuck now who's a copycat. Nike P6000 debut. debut. You could get $70 for some gold, metallic gold. I don't think I'll ever buy another pair of Nike P6000s. I just don't like how they look on my feet. They came out in 2019. Okay, so they're a newer shoe. I didn't even know. Okay, and then FILA work shoes. Okay, so these are called work shift, memory work shift. Let me see. I hate doing this where y'all are in suspense. Memory work shift debut. I have a feeling I won't know. I won't get the answer. But I want to say these came out before, because 2019 was very recent. And I remember getting FILA, those work shoes. I remember getting them in fucking, I'm all fucking hot right now. I remember getting them like 2021, something like that. 2020, 2021, something like that. When I started the podcast, for sure. Like right before. La pizza? Yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know. It doesn't matter. My fucking point is Nike is being copied by everybody, including FILAs. And I feel like FILA needs to get their fucking shit together and start coming out with more fucking innovative shoes. Because there's a few FILA. This is your first strike, B. Check this out. I love what FILA is doing with a lot of their shoes and not with the copycat shits, man. I just see a lot of copycat shit, and I don't think it's fucking fly, bruh. It's not flying with me. It don't fly on Christmas Eve Santa Claus sleigh. What I'm saying is they got fast sticks. They got Benecos. They have shoes with original designs, the Energize, the Speed, whatever the fucks. I think they're just called Energize. Those are like have a different look to them. They look alienish. You know, FILA has different shoes out there that they can build upon, and they don't have to copy other people's shoes. I hate when rappers come out with fucking shoes and they just look like something else. Whether they be like whatever, S. Carter. And I'm not talking about collabs. Like if Travis Scott makes Reverse Mocha 1s, okay, that's not really his fucking shoe. It's more of a collab. But for like, you know, the G Unit, whatever the fuck, the RBK, whatever they were called, the G Unit sneakers, they were modeled after Stan Smiths. I mean, they kind of just look like what was hot at the time, like either like the triple white Air Forces or just something like that. To me, they look like more like Air Forces, but I guess he said they modeled them after Stan Smiths, like triple white Stan Smiths. I had a pair of fucking triple white Stan Smiths that I gave to my gardener. That's why in the line, where did I think it was Money Makes Me Smile, where I say Stan Smiths I donated to my gardener. That's not a fucking, you know, that's not for like being like funny. Like I really did that. You know, and the gardener, man, I don't know if we gotta have like somebody got a clip together where I've like ragged on the gardener and shit, because this is like a saga with him, bro, where I just feel like he's weird. I get that he don't really speak English and shit, which is fine to me, bro, but I feel like he's doing like some weird shit because, you know, like we'll still pay him even though he don't work sometimes, you know what I mean? Like I told my pops, like, hey, like he didn't fucking work this week and shit, because I guess now, but before I would still notice it, because like just, you know, I notice shit, I take out the trash, and I told my pop, hey, like this fucking guy didn't, you know, work and shit, and my pop told me like, oh, well, you know, like whatever he asked me to pay him, like I pay him and shit like that, and I'm like, that's not how it works with me, bro. Like, if you don't work, you don't get paid. I'm tired of these fucking, you know, people that have these jobs or whatever, that I get, like, you're not legal or you don't have papers or you want to work under the table. I get it, bro. Like, everyone got to make a living. I'm not shitting on anybody for that. But when you don't work and you still like expect to get paid, when you show up whenever the fuck you want and you don't show up on the day you said you agreed to come and work for money, you know what I mean? And you don't honor that. It's like, man, fuck you, bro. You know how many people are out here that are will do that, will work for cheaper and will be on the dot? Like, there's people waiting for you to slip so they could take your spot because you're fucking up. And people don't understand that, bruh. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, you would think, bruh, like, I gave you shoes. I know for a fact my pops is giving the Gardner fucking bonus money. I know it. I just know my pops, bruh. And for this guy to just show up whenever he wants, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like that, don't fly with me, bruh. Like, I'm a real, like, okay, look at the time. Okay, it's fucking 9 o'clock. Okay, well, we cutting the time where I gotta fucking walk Presley, because Presley's over here like, bitch, we on a timely basis, bruh. You know what I mean? I can't go to my barber and show up whenever the fuck I want because I feel like getting a haircut at 11 a day and not 10 like last week or whatever. That's not going to fly. That's not fair to him. It's not fair to everybody else that has appointments. Be fucking on time. The message of the day is be on time, bro. Please don't be one of these assholes. In school, if you were late, guess what? They got you the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? And I know for a fact, at my job right now, if you were late there and you were on probation, bruh, that's strike one, bitch. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna make it too long. You gonna be late. Attendance is number one, bruh. Attendance is a very important thing that a lot of people don't respect. And I feel like shit happens, right? But when it's a repetitive thing and when people know that they could take advantage of that, it's like, nah, bro, we gonna straighten this shit the fuck out. When I was younger, I learned how to be thankful and to be on time from jobs letting me go for shit like that. Like, I worked somewhere and I wouldn't be on time. I would always be late, or I wouldn't even call out, and I would miss work, and I would tell my supervisor like a half-ass apology. Oh, like, my bad, bro. Like I was treating it like I didn't give a fuck. Like, this fucking company could suck my dick, you know what I mean? And the super was like mad, like, well, okay. Like, he already knew the deal. Like, I didn't give a fuck. So there was no point in talking to me, right? And I wouldn't have listened anyway if he told me shit anyway. I've gotten let go from places because I didn't give a fuck and I had no respect for the authority or the fucking time. You know what I mean? You're fucking with people's time and people's money. So maybe you need to straighten your shit out and fucking get with the business, bro. Because when you're not on time and you're fucking with people, that shit don't fly, all right? Get your shit together, all right? Who's he talking about? The gardener. He's weird. I'm giving him shoes. You don't give a fuck. All right, great. Fuck him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll look at him and be like, hey, say, what's up, man? I don't know what it is, man. I think he's weird, bro. To be honest with you, I don't know. He's a fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck it is. Pause if that's necessary. But there's, like I said, man, there's a lot of things wrong with like people and shit like that. And I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I was just getting groceries from the store, man. And I could tell this lady, man, I think she's beautiful. She's one of the, like, I don't want to say she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, but to me, she's a very attractive woman, right? And I see her all the time at the store or whatever. And I think she's just like, she reminds me a lot about girls that are very pretty, that are just like, they walk around with their nose in the air. Like, everyone can suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm just going to get fucking whatever I want and everyone should fucking, kiss my ass. It's like, no, bro. Like, no one should kiss your ass because you fucking got a big fat ass I should tap. You know what I mean? Like, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? My point is, she just had like the Fuchi face. Like, you know what I mean? And she's like scanning my shit or whatever. And she's just like, like looking around. Maybe that's more stupid, but she looks like annoyed, like fucking just. And I'm just looking at her and shit, right? Because she's not even paying attention. She didn't even scan everything in my bag. I could have just paid for it right there, and I would have got at least like $30 and like what is it, sodas that she didn't scan in the car. I could have just left. I've done that to her already. This is why you need to be tapped in with your boy, because I see things and I pay attention to things that people don't. Even the chick that was bagging shit right there, she didn't even notice until I told her, I'm paying with cash because she's over here. Your card didn't scan. And I'm like, yeah, well, maybe if you're paying attention to me over here in my fucking wallet, you would see I'm not paying with a fucking card. I'm bringing 20s out, bitch. I'm about to make it rain on that big booty of yours. You know what I mean? So, the lady that was bagging finally looked, oh, you didn't scan the sodas. I said, there it is. Like, if they takes a lot, bitch. Like, you fucked the whole plan up. But anyway, my whole point is she had like the Fuchi face looking and shit. I want to tell her, baby girl, it's okay. Smile. Everything's going to be okay. It's not that serious. Like, I don't know what's up with you, ma, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be all right. There's so many women out there that I see like that. And sometimes I'll tell them, hey, it's going to be all right. Don't worry. Women need to hear that. Women need anybody. It don't got to be men. But it don't got to be to women either. It could be anybody. But I don't fuck with dudes anyway. Pause. Like, you know, fuck, I'm going to tell another man to get his shit together for, you know what I mean? But I have like, you know, there's people that I've been around and they just look miserable with themselves. They just look like, you know what I mean? And just wherever the fuck it be. And this is why I have like a very clear balance with my life. Because I don't do anything. I don't feel like doing anything that makes me unhappy. Because if misery loves company, man, if you're unhappy, you're going to make someone else unhappy. And misery just fucking spreads like a sickness. It's a fucking plague. It's a cancer. And what is it? Shout out to all the cancers out there, by the way. The cool ones, you know what I mean? Not the ones that like to steal your ideas and fucking be out there like a fucking asshole, you know what I mean? The cool cancers, you know what I mean? And fuck cancer, by the way. The disease, not the sign. But I forgot what the fuck I was saying. But with I've seen women that look miserable and I just try to make them smile and you know, I've been around like there was one time I told this girl, it's going to be okay. Like, don't worry, but like, just know everything's going to be all right. She needed to hear that because she looked at me and she was like, you really think so? I said, yes. Yeah, you're here, right? You're breathing, right? You're living, you're making money, whatever the fuck it is. I don't understand some of this shit that's out here with people to be living miserable fucking lives, but that's where we are in life. You know what I mean? I understand people are victims of their circumstances, but guess what? You can always do some shit about it. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking be anywhere you don't want to be. If you don't fucking like living somewhere, move the fuck out. That's what the fuck my sister did. You know what I mean? And she's fucking, you know, living her life and like good for her. You know what I mean? She don't come around and shit like that. That's great. Like I'm all for people doing what they want to do, even if it don't make me happy. You know what I mean? If it's not up to my approval, like fuck my approval. You know what I mean? But whatever. Just do what makes you the fuck happy. Because once you try to spread that miserable energy to me, I'm going to quickly remind you not to bring it the fuck over here. You know what I mean? And some people try to spin that shit on you like if it's like your fault and shit like that. Or people don't even know that they're miserable and they try to pass it on you and you're like, oh, brother, ew. Like, nah, man. Like, you got me fucked up with that shit. You know what I mean? So, whatever. I just got my groceries and left. Spent about like $1.50 on groceries for 1 week. You know what I mean? I'm getting paid in 2 days, so I don't give a fuck, right? Like, I gotta still go get gas. I just reminded myself right now. What else? I have some other things that I want to talk about. Oh, man, fuck it. I hate doing this where I go back and forth with the shoes. Dirty Air Force Ones, man. They look beat up. Nike's synopsis of the shit is the more you wear them, the more you get clean. That's fucking bullshit because triple white Air Force Ones cook so fucking fast. Just from like, you know, and it's not that they cook fast because they cook fast, they're Air Forces. No, they cook fast because they're triple white, meaning everything is white, the bottoms. You wear them shits for 1 week, the bottoms are black. You would swear to God you have double white Air Forces with black bottoms, because that's how fucking cooked they look. You know what I mean? I only have one pair of Air Forces, the Ivory Snakes. I really like them. They're comfortable. They're kind of like, with the same thing with the P6000s, I feel like they kind of feel a little stiff on this guy right here, this part of the foot, that one right here, that when you step and you get that crease right there, the infamous Air Force crease. You know what I mean? I got to get used to it, but it's all fucking gravy wavy ships in the Navy. So the way I think about it is, I think it's a really cool concept. It's obviously some niche novelty type shit that they sold the fuck out of them really fast. That's great. They had the triple dipple black, right? Or triple dipple, pause. That sounded wild right there. Triple black Air Forces that are supposed to get rich in color as you wear them. How much more fucking rich can black get? Somebody call me on the phone tomorrow and explain to me why the fuck there's such thing as black getting richer besides like Michael Jordan or fucking Lil Boosie or Travis Scott. Somebody tell me right the fuck tomorrow in 24 fucking hours, 9:36 p.m. please. You dig? You're getting music. And by the time this drops, Green Light 5 is out, but I'm working on Green Light 5. That shit's gonna be crazy as fuck. And I still have, dude, I've had this topic for at least the last 3 episodes and I haven't talked about it now, but we'll have to save that for next week. Something like that, right? I went to the dentist. And you know what I mean? For some weird reason, every like 2 years or some shit like that, after some time, they switch me dentists. I want to say I had like 1 or 2 fucking dentists that I had the same fucking, for 2 fucking years or whatever. But these motherfuckers like to switch shit on me. I don't like it. So I'm gonna externalize instead of clearly communicating with people. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna show in my attitude before it gets to that point, because I'm just like introverted, extrovert, introvert, extrovert, like that. So they keep switching like nurses to clean my fucking teeth, and thank God this nurse I have now, she's like a little more accommodating. Like she could tell when I was a kid, man. Getting my teeth cleaned and all that shit wasn't really nothing, you know what I mean? Now, it's very anxiety inducing, and I have to wear earphones, and I'm just like, I feel like, I don't know, I just get heavy anxiety, right? And then the whatever they're called, nurses or assistants or whatever the fuck they call them, she's like, are you okay? Are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But on the inside, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, that's how it feels. Like, it's just like, I don't know, like, it's so like, my heart is like, I don't know. I feel like fucking the world is going to end sometimes. And I'm like borderline going to get an anxiety attack now when I get just a fucking cleaning done and shit, and I need to get my wisdom teeth pulled out, pull the wisdom out your face with a pair of pliers. That's just fucking awesome. I'm gonna have a fucking bar for that shit soon, but that's not the point, right? When I'm I have for the fucking sake of the shit, I had Dr. P, pause, then I had Dr. B, and I have Dr. O. Dr. P, pause, he was my dentist or doc or whatever the fuck my whole childhood, right? Thing is, with Doc, he likes to say slick shit out the side of his neck. Pause. He likes to say slick shit, and I didn't notice it when I was a kid until maybe the last time I had Dr. B, and he came in. Oh, how's it going? Like, I haven't seen you in a while, sir. Like, everything good and shit? I'm like, yeah, everything good. The slick shit started coming. He looks over to the other dentist. He goes, man, you know this kid James, man, he made me a lot of money. You know what I mean? When he was a kid, he made me a lot, big money. You know, like just straight being a dickhead with it. Like, I'm not doing it justice, but he really made me feel like, okay, like very like obnoxious and like arrogant tone. Like he made me a lot of money, you know what I mean? And he would always laugh, you know what I mean? And all this other bullshit, right? So I just look at him and it's just years of this guy being a dickhead to me and saying slick shit. And I remember being like, one day I'm gonna tell his ass off and I'm never gonna see him again. And that's good, right? So he goes, hey, he made me a lot of money and all this shit. And I just look at him, I go, yeah, that was when you had hair. Because he's like fucking bald now and shit. And he's like half an alopecia or whatever the fuck. And like they all like frozen shit. And I don't mean to disrespect nobody with alopecia and all that shit. But when you talk all kinds of shit about me and all that, my family or whatever the fuck, that's where I draw the line. When you want to talk shit about my family, no, fuck you. Like, we're going to get this shit straight the fuck across. You know what I mean? And not that he was disrespecting my family, but it just, I don't know. I went somewhere else in my mind. So when I told him, that was when you had hair, I never, to this day, I put that on everything. I haven't seen him. This was years ago right now. Dr. B, he's another one. Dr. B, I gave him green light 3. I haven't seen him ever since that checkup, right? They switched me to Dr. O, like, oh, get him the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? We don't need him anymore. Come on, guys, like fucking, you know what I mean? And I sense that. I really do. Even if that's not the case, I'm gonna let you know anyway how I feel about it. You're gonna get your receipt. So I see him wearing an olive green all scrubs. He's wearing a triple green, olive green scrub, right? And I look at him and I go, man, look at you, Doc. Hey, man, how's it going, man? Hey, man. You know what I mean? It's good to see you again, whatever. I haven't seen you in a while. That's crazy, man. You look like you're a dentist for the Rangers. And like all the ladies in the front were like busting up laughing. I told them, veterans 50% off. Hilarious, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. When I feel disrespected by somebody, you're gonna get your receipt. So I don't care, like, because I feel like Dr. P, when I told him that shit, he literally was like, anytime this fool's booked, I'm not gonna be there. Take my lunch, my breakfast, my dinner, get him the fuck, you know what I mean? Get him the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? Take a day off, vacation, sick time, whatever the fuck it is. With Dr. B, it was more so like, I don't feel like when you ghost me, I take it very personal. So you're just gonna get some personal attacks. Nothing personal. Just, you know what I mean? Like, I have to be even with people. That's just like the fucking half a Scorpio moon in me. Like, I just got to. Whenever I feel so, I'm very like, I test people. I test the water, see where they at and where their head is at, and I kind of like go from there. I test people a lot. I give people a lot of tests. So I would imagine I'm not going to see Dr. B really anymore. And I could give a fuck less because this guy, I felt like was going out of his way to not see me. So with Dr. O, I really like her. She's a really nice lady. I really like her vibe. I really love women with bubbly personalities. And that's the kind of women that I'm attracted to. Not that I want to be attracted to the dentist that work on my fucking face. I'm just saying I like being around those people because they're lively, they're very energetic, and they're very, you know what I mean? Like positive battery charging. And I like that. I don't like people that say slick shit out of their fucking face and need to get the fuck out of here with all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I gave him the receipts. And I went about my business. I need to get my fucking, one of my wisdom teeth I need to get taken care of. So I got to get, fucking go all the way to Whittier for that shit. And I just straight blew up my dentist. But it's okay, man. It's all right. It is all wavy gravy ships in the fucking Navy, bruh. I want to say peace, prayers, and condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of the late, great, homicidal, suicidal, death-defying SABU. Rest in peace to SABU, bruh. Oh my God, Terry Bunk. Oh my God, I shouldn't even have said his name if I didn't know his fucking full fucking name. But they just had him. I just saw Raw, and they had like in loving memory of SABU, bro. Literally one of the greatest. Maybe the greatest extreme hardcore wrestler of all fucking time, bruh. His uncle was the original Sheik. But just one of the greatest. I had like the Ray versus Sabu. I had the match that they did at One Night Stand 2006 WWE. I had that Sabu with the I don't know what it's called. It might be a turban. It might be a towel. I don't know. No disrespect. I had that shit on him it came with the gold pants. And then it came with like a steel chair. Fire, bruh. I want to get that shit again. But, with all my wrestlers, I gave to KO, and then we had all our wrestlers together in a backpack, and then somehow, someone else's kids took them and shit, and fuck them, bro. Like, that's why I hate some fucking assholes sometimes that aren't really your family. But anyway, SABU, man, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He had a really great match with John Cena. He's had just great matches all around the board, and I feel like I really missed out on some of his greatest episodes. I think he had like that barbed wire match with Terry Funk where he almost tore his fucking bicep off or some shit like that, and he would have bled out in the match had he not duct tape his arm. Like, that's insane, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, he literally has scars all over his body from the amount of hardcore matches that he's done. And when I was younger, I used to be really into ECW because I thought it was fake. I thought the blood was fake. I thought this shit was a show. No, bro, that shit is real. These motherfuckers are really cutting themselves open and bleeding on the fucking floor. Like, there's no way you can, tear a blood pack and squirt it all over yourself. Like, that's not gonna fucking work. You know what I mean? So I don't like watching that shit anymore. WrestleMania 22, Mick Foley versus Edge, one of the greatest matches, hardcore matches, just matches in general of all time. I can't watch that shit anymore. I'm like, oh my God. Because some of the spots, like when Foley has the barbed wire bat and he has like Edge and he's like, and like blood is literally pouring down his fucking face. I want to jump out a window on that shit because I can't watch shit like that anymore. I'm becoming like my mom. Like, I can't eat shit really. I can't watch shit really. I get anxiety. I start flipping the fuck out. I start singing. Presley hides somewhere in a corner, and you know what I mean. But anyway, rest in peace to SABU, man. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Very entertaining. I feel like I saw him live. No, I didn't. I didn't see him. I don't think I've ever saw him live. I've only been to like one Raw, and that was when they were gearing up to ECW because I was in May. And then, yeah, they brought back ECW in that June because that was right after WrestleMania. So, yeah, they were gearing up for ECW, but it hadn't happened, at that point yet. So, yeah, rest in peace to SABU, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I think I am going to make another tribute to him and Terry Funk because they're hardcore Hall of Fame level, like top of the top line, like just wrestlers in general. Like, they're really awesome. I really love what they do in the ring. SABU with his high flying, hardcore style. Terry Funk more like technical, and he's got like classics with like Cowboy Bob Orton, Randy's dad, and like Ric Flair. And he's another one where I haven't seen like a lot of his matches. So once again, peace, blessings, and prayers to the late great SABU. And with that, this is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.